Welcome to Record-ology.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Record-ology. I am reporting live, okay, not live. I'm reporting to you from Galveston Island in Galveston, Texas, where right now surf is high, coming in all the way up to the seawall up there. But the weather's beautiful, like 80 degrees beautiful. And what makes this oh so sweet is the fact that back home in Denver, Colorado right now, they are preparing for 2 to 4 feet of snow about to hit. Now, while this is fun and amusing for me right now, I do not like the fact that we have to drive back there on Saturday and Sunday. So all last week, we were in Texas visiting family, and I pre-filmed the shows so you guys would not miss a beat. Hopefully you enjoyed those shows. Seemed to get a lot of views. Meanwhile, we've been out here and doing all kinds of fun stuff, having a little taste of vacation for a few days. And this is our last day here. While I'm filming this, it is Friday, and it's a beautiful day, 80 degrees, sun is shining. A little nervous how we're gonna get home because the days we need to drive back into Denver is when the worst of the storm is supposed to hit. And it probably made the news. It's already making the news locally because people are making preparations for what's gonna be a terrible storm. And I mean, like 2 to 4 feet, which in Colorado, that's even bad for us. So right now, I'm thinking about these types of surroundings. I'm thinking about the ocean and how thankful I am to be here right now in this moment. So, I don't really know what's gonna become of this. I wasn't really planning on doing an episode per se, but at the same time, I feel like our adventure back home may be one. So perhaps this is the intro for that. I do have my Buc-ee's shirt. We don't have Buc-ee's in Denver, but they have them here, and I love Buc-ee's. So I got like Buc-ee's everything. So anyway, there you go, guys. Just in case this is a show, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. You're not gonna wanna miss this. But right now, it's sunshine and ocean waves. Hey everybody. Yes, I'm wearing the same shirt and it's the next day. So we have decided to make the trek back. So we're leaving Houston and we are heading to Amarillo, which is a good 7.5 hour drive. That's not the problem. The snow is falling heavy in Denver right now. The problem is going to be what's going to be like tomorrow, which is the Amarillo to Denver portion. So it's going to be...
Turn left onto West South Line Street, then turn right onto US 59 Frontage Road.
But right now, still 75 degrees, beautiful out. So yeah, there you go. Hey guys, so we are stopped off here for lunch at In-N-Out. Can't pass up an In-N-Out. We do have In-N-Out in Colorado now, like 3 or 4 of them, but I actually haven't been yet because the wait has been hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. So we are in Fort Worth stopping off for lunch. The interesting thing is we just found out that there's major tornadoes in Amarillo where we're headed. So we may have to reroute up through Oklahoma. Apparently it's really, really bad, solid red on the radar. So we'll keep you updated. But right now, lunch. And I saw half-price books across the street, so we may stop and see what they got. I am in a place called Buc-ee's. This is one of the world's largest gas stations ever. I want to show you how crazy this is. Not exactly feeling socially safe. There's a lot of people everywhere, as you can see. They have food in here, drinks. They have different stores within the store. You can buy home decor, clothes. There's like multiple. We finally left because it was too insane. Barely could go to the bathroom. We've been to the 3 Buc-ee's now. They're really cool. I got my Buc-ee's shirt. But this one is overpacked. So we're back on the road, but we got our gas tank full and we're ready to head back out again. So far the weather's still good. Tyler just said that the snow is really starting to fall in earnest, so we'll see. Hey everybody, thought I'd give you an update. So we didn't go to half-price books because the highway system is weird and I have to get on the interstate and double back and it just wasn't worth it. So got our In-N-Out, stopped for a minute and then got back on the road. And then the weather alerts and phone calls from relatives started stacking up as we found out that we were up against a major storm front. Now, there is a huge storm settling into the Denver area right now where we're going to get 2 to 4 feet, the kind that will actually shut our highways down and prevent people from getting back in. That's an issue, and that's just starting now. We're still too far down in Texas. We're we're kind of like northwest of Fort Worth right now. So we're going to not have to deal with that storm until tomorrow. The problem today is that there is and this is Saturday as I'm filming this. The problem is today is there's a major storm front that extends from Abilene all the way down to Austin. A massive tornado inducing, and there's multiple tornadoes on the ground, storm warnings, tornado warnings, and we are right in the middle of it. We're kind of making a mad dash into Wichita Falls to possibly stop or possibly seek shelter from the tornadoes, or possibly just turn due west and make a run for it. But we have a rental car and don't want to get hail damage, so it's exciting. It's fun, and it actually is great because it's such a break from the normal monotony. So happy. Although I'm really not thrilled about how crowded Buc-ee's was. That was the third Buc-ee's we went to, and it was so not okay crowded. You know what I mean? So that was beyond nerve-wracking. Anyway, we're on the road. It's cloudy, as you can see. It's overcast, very windy out, and there is a wall of pure red on the radar headed our way. So I will check in with you down the road. Okay, we are now stopping off for a quick French fry bathroom break at McDonald's here in Breckenridge, Texas. I know of Breckenridge, Colorado. I didn't know there was a Breckenridge, Texas, but they have a really big McDonald's sign, so they're okay in my book. It is getting stormy, very stormy behind me, as you can see. Actually, in every direction. It's not too friendly and inviting. The best part is we get to drive right into it. Still multiple tornadoes on the ground, warnings. We're going down to Abilene to try and get around it, and then we're headed up to Amarillo. Hopefully, we'll see. A little nerve-wracking, especially now that it's getting dark. Okay, this is not my video, but it does show some of the tornado activity that was going on right about the same time I was filming. There was tornadoes all over the state. Very interesting, but especially scary in the dark when you can't see what's happening. Okay, so here we are in the middle of nowhere, still about 25 miles from Abilene. There's the storm, and I don't know if it'll do it now, but there was some lightning started. There's nobody coming our way. There's nobody in the rear view. It's dark to the other way. But we do have a guy coming up behind us now, so that's somewhat comforting, I guess. So yeah. Okay, right now we're parked under an overpass, and it's just whiteout conditions. And the lightning is flashing. We're right outside Abilene. We tried to go around because there's no hotel rooms here, but it can't be done. So the wind is whipping, and yeah, so we have shelter at the moment, so that's good. I just wanted to show you a little bit of what that radar looked like. So there we are coming out of Fort Worth earlier, and I'm going to animate the map here. You're going to see that line of storms just coming straight towards us. And we thought Abilene would be a good idea, but as you can see, it got intense in Abilene. So we had to calculate when we were going to go through the storm. Okay, guys, coming through that door was one of the most wonderful things. I am in Amarillo, Texas. It was a heck of a journey getting around that storm. We lost probably 5 hours. We've been on the road for a long, long time, probably about 17 hours on the road today. We were exhausted. It's almost 2 a.m. I'm going to bed. So tomorrow begins the snow phase of the adventure. So that ought to be fun. Good morning, everybody. Well, it was so deep of a sleep that it felt like I was asleep for 5 minutes, and then 7 hours went by. So we've got beautiful blue skies, as you can see right now. We are leaving Amarillo. However, it's going to be treacherous getting into Colorado. So we got about 6 hours, assuming it was good weather. So it's not going to be 6 hours, but we're going to try for that. So yeah, we'll see what we run into. It should be hitting ice in New Mexico. in a few hours here. We happen to be near Cadillac Ranch, and I don't know if you know about this, but it's where they have the Cadillacs stuck in the ground. So we're gonna see if we can drive by and see that. I don't know if we'll make that happen or not. The weather is now in the 40s, it's freezing. We left the beach, came to the freezing. So I don't know why we're doing this, but time to get home. Stopping off at beautiful Clayton for some fuel, and I found this gas station, and I was like, wait a minute, there's no building. It's literally just pumps in the middle of nowhere. They seem to be on, so we're gonna go ahead and get gas and get back on the road.
Some of that snow drift that's come through, that's that estimate 10 inches of snow in the DTC. Numbers are only going to climb as we're still looking at some of the snowfall coming down 1 to 2 inches an hour in towards the DTC, and it's looking like this is going to last for a while. Now, also mentioned...
So, things aren't going so good. Let me show you my view at the moment. We got stuck about halfway between, well, let's see, south of Pueblo. So basically way south of where we need to be. We're not going to make it in tonight. We are pulled over at a Days Inn that is loosely licensed. In fact, look at the room. So, I mean, it's not terrible. It's clean enough. It smells weird. The outside smells like curry. But we have a safe place to stop. But I started having an anxiety attack on the road. The road got really bad and really dangerous. So I just can't go any further. Back home, they have over 3 feet. What you just saw was the town we're trying to get through. So, yeah, it's pretty rough right now. Pretty rough. Okay, so here in Colorado City, the storm seems to have pretty much passed. As you can see back there, the road is pretty clear. It's still shut down north of Colorado Springs where it gets nasty, but I think we can get into Colorado Springs. We looked at all the road cams on CDOT and they all look clear. So we're gonna bid Days Inn a goodbye. It smelled like curry in there. It's very strange, but it worked. We stayed there for about 3 hours and let the storm pass this area anyway. The road's gonna be a little treacherous north of Colorado Springs, but where we're going should be fine. They seem pretty clear. So I've never checked into a hotel and out of a hotel for like 3 hours, but it's the first for everything. All right, next check-in should be from a nicer hotel. Have you guys ever seen a car that does this? When you park it, when you put it in park, like I'm in drive, but I'm stopped at a stoplight, the engine literally shuts off in this auto off. Now watch if I let off the brake, the car starts again. Isn't that weird? I have never seen a car do that. Kind of cool though. What a journey. Okay, we are home. I'm sorry I don't have the light on or anything. I'm just ready to go to bed. So it is now Monday night. We spent last night at a nice hotel in Colorado Springs, had good dinner, had a nice good night's sleep, slept in, and then came up to Denver. It was off and on with the roads. They had opened up the I-25 eventually, so we were able to come up. We did make it up here. Once we got up off the main road, that's when it got really treacherous. So the last couple hours returning the rental car and, unpacking and, dealing with all of the logistics that go along with a trip like this have been fun. Meanwhile, Denver is in the middle of recovering from its 4th largest snowstorm of all time. So yeah, that's wonderful. And I'm talking, for Colorado, this is the 4th largest snowstorm of all time. We probably have, I'd say 3.5 to 4 feet as it fell, but there's snow banks going over 10 feet. Cars completely buried in some places. Most of the roads now are pretty much clear, which is good. But yeah, we're pretty much tired. In fact, I think I'm the only one still awake, but I wanted to finish out this video for you guys so you can see start to finish. So we started on the beach and we ended here in the office. So it was quite a trek. More of an adventure than I'm glad we started that video though, because I wasn't sure if there was going to be anything, and it sure was. So anyway, that's going to do it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed this journey. Thank you for coming along with me, but we're going to see you tomorrow. Happy record hunting, guys.